Hi, today I'm out of Switzerland. I went to France to take some pictures of the chamois, an amazing alpine species I think, and they're living a bit outside of the forest here. So I will try my luck a bit later and show you, hopefully, some nice pictures of all the surroundings and some nice footage of the chamois. I'm hoping that I might also be able to see some young ones, but I'm not sure if it's still a bit too early in the year, so let's see. But in any case, I will also tell you a bit about what I brought with me in terms of equipment, why I took this equipment and the settings I use, what I look for in terms of light, composition and so on. So I hope you enjoy the video. Since the light is still a bit harsh at the moment, I thought I would start with a tour of my backpack. Maybe first, the backpack itself is the F-Stop Tilopa. It's a 50-liter backpack, and I really like it for like smaller day excursions where I still want to bring my big lens, maybe a bit of food and clothes, but for not too much material anyway. And inside I have the ICU Pro Extra Large, but maybe more interesting what is really inside. First of all, my beloved 600mm f4 lens. Yeah, this is just a dream for basically all wildlife photographers, I think. Even though today I would maybe have enjoyed the 400 2.8 just to have sometimes a bit more of the surrounding. I have the feeling the more I shoot mammals or bigger birds, I also wish a bit shorter lens with a even bigger aperture, like I said, a 400 2.8, but I think this will serve very well. It will be attached to my R5. I really like this camera. For me it's like the perfect all-rounder. It ticks almost all the boxes, great autofocus, quite fast, good resolution and so on. If the chamois would still be too far away, or maybe I find some birds, I also brought my 1.4 extender. I actually sold my 2x extender a few months ago because I was not really using it anymore with the R5. And then, brand new and the first use of this lens, hopefully, is the RF 100 to 500. The idea would be to use this a bit more maybe for filming or for some shots to show a bit more the environment, or I don't know, maybe they're really coming closer. Let's see. I'm quite interested how I will like this lens for today. And you might have also noticed that I don't have a tripod with me. And in fact, often when I do wildlife photography, I don't like bringing a tripod, especially if I'm a bit more in rugged area, because first of all, it's a bit a pain to adjust the height of the legs all the time. And if I'm already carrying a backpack and I need to hike a bit, it just feels like extra weight, which of course it is. And the animals are anyway moving sometimes quite quickly, so I want to readjust my position all the time. And then I feel that a tripod is more annoying than anything else, and this especially holds true with the new RF lenses that have such a nice image stabilizer that I really feel I don't need it anymore. We didn't even arrive at the place for the chamois yet, but I saw some swallows over there that are always approaching this building because obviously they're nesting here, and nice if there's still some opportunities where they can actually nest. And I was actually happy now already that I had the 100 to 500mm, because unfortunately now there is not a single one flying anymore, but they are so quick and changing the direction so fast that with the big 600 I was always too slow. I tried this a couple of times in the past. It only works if they're always having the same pattern, but this was not really the case here. And the 100 to 500 was just so much quicker. And for the autofocus, for me, I found that it worked best if I was using the eye autofocus. I also tried something like the zone autofocus, but this was somehow always a bit slower and not precisely going on the bird itself. So yeah, but it's basically the setting, a really short shutter speed. I turned off the image stabilizer since I don't need it, and I also put the focus limiter to 3 meter to infinity since they are not coming closer anyway, and this way it's even acquiring the focus a bit faster. So we actually found some chamois, but in the beginning the light was not perfect, and afterwards they were not in the best position, rather a bit in the slope. And it's okay, but it was not really a special shot that I dreamed about. And what is a bit of a problem today, it's quite dusty in the air, and therefore even though the sun should still be there for like half an hour, you can already see on my face the sun is not really strong anymore, so I'm kind of skeptical if we will have this intense light. I'm just now sitting here and waiting a bit I have my camera ready, and what I was also doing before is having my second R5 that is filming at the moment with 100 to 500 attached, so I can switch a bit quicker. And yeah, basically just have dinner now and observe a bit if some chamois are coming up again, and let's see. So finally I did see a chamois a bit there on a rock. Unfortunately, first of all, it's a bit far, and second of all, it's a bit hiding behind another rock, so that's not ideal. Now it's starting to move. This could be interesting. Just hang on with me. Yeah, no, it's actually walking away. So the important thing is here we still have some light coming from behind me, and this is giving like a spotlight on the chamois, and behind there is the forest that is rather dark. So if we let the camera in an automatic mode, what it will do is actually expose the image way too bright, because the forest is quite dark and the camera doesn't know that this forest is supposed to be dark. So either try to shoot in manual mode here, or the other option would be just to dial in a negative exposure compensation. An additional remark to the autofocus, I usually like the eye autofocus of the R5, but I need to say with mammals it's not working as well as with birds, and I have it sometimes for the chamois that it's just picking up the back of the animal, or sometimes any other body part, but not what I want, sometimes even going for something which is not even a chamois. So what I'm usually doing is just using the spot autofocus to really put the autofocus on the face of the chamois, and then sometimes afterwards I switch to the eye tracking autofocus. So now we're back at the car. The chamois was coming in a super nice position for a short moment, but due to this Sahara dust that we have over there, the light was just gone in these last moments. So I guess now it's go into the car, have some sleep. Luckily I prepared everything before our test. And I think it will not be the most comfortable night ever, but for two people it should just work like this. And yeah, I mean, I hope the pictures are just worth it. Or tested it before. So let's see how funny this night will be, but I really hope for tomorrow morning nice light without any haze in the background, and I will keep you updated.